That, we could grab a polymer as well, and only import machine parts for a bit until we get our metal situation sorted. Okay, I think we will do that. A little painful, but we'll see.
Research complete.
Explore AI. There you go. A little bit more free science. That's good. We could consider getting a second explorer, although you do get diminishing returns.
Sector scanned.
Just finish the bottom. Go there. And then one of the other things over here is I was thinking I would put down another sensor tower. Actually, I'm betting. Commander range. No cable connection. You will have one though once this dome gets built. There we go. Something like that. Just a little priority on this, because it won't work until the dome's built anyway. And yeah, this thing's got polymers. We'll just land it there. You are still refueling. I didn't bring the fuel refinery, so yeah, we won't be able to fuel this one up. Well, I mean, it will. It'll be a slow trickle, but fuel will get moved over eventually. But I guess as long as that one can take off, it should be okay.
Research
water.
complete.
Do I have more water? No, I can build a second mine over here, and I may do that. Actually, I think that's exactly what we're going to do. Sterling Gen for inside a dome. Now that, yeah, could be. Do they work inside the dome? Because they're supposed to work with temperature transfer, so it sort of doesn't make sense that that would be a thing. Colonists gain 10 bonus work performance when all their stats in their green. If we unlock that, a bunch more planetary anomalies are available. Dome is coming up. Although we haven't even finished, doing this one. But, I mean, they're going to be populating themselves pretty quickly. Right now they're okay, but they should be making more babies. How many Martian borns do we have? We got 10 already. Dust storm's coming soon. And, oh, you're ready to land. After whatever your mission was. Oh yeah, that's the thing that discovered the breakthrough, which is fine. Yeah, we may need more moisture evaporators. The problem is we don't have any money. This is like a really poor startup. Now, if we can get the rare metals going, that'll be nice, but... Oh, you actually have homelessness over here. The problem is, without shuttles, we can't really move people from one dome to another. They can't make the walk. They might try and then freeze to death. Are we full of kid stuff? No, because as I said, I could just build another nursery. It's probably going to be worth building a little house here. Just a power dome. Oh yeah, we could turn off the dome for now. If I do that, does it feel powered? Oh no, that still works. That's nice. Or we could just load it with solar panels. That is true. Keep working during the dust storm, right? Just for now. And I want to build a polymer factory within range of the dome here. Although we need more fuel for that, really, because it consumes fuel. You need to see Mythic Quest Raven's Banquet on Apple TV. I have not seen that.
Research complete.
I don't know if I've ever heard about it. Yeah, adaptive probes, which you don't need. Okay, Martian Institute of Science is really good. Logi turbines are pretty good and might be... Hey! Drone hub! Okay, hold on. We need to be able to build a drone hub. We're actually going to put that in the front of the queue. That's going to be huge. Just one less thing we have to import. It's massive. Okay. Water chip has been fixed. Yay! Oh, should rename these domes. This is going to be molten salt. I'm gonna name the domes after people. Oh, that's changed skin. Yeah, I only like this skin for the dome because it's the only one where you can clearly see what the hell's going on inside. Buff for
Resources are low.
BCS. Machine parts are low. Oh my god, this might be kind of a checkmate start. This is so rough. I honestly, I know you guys pushed for this dome with the Vista, but I think what you have to do is I think you have to really get your underground metals going immediately. I think it's critical. I think we needed to build this dome up first. Is actually what needed to happen, and just have our first few workers just working in the metals. That's interesting. These solar panels. Oh, this, the dome is off. Oh. Oh. Well, there you go. So this is gonna get loaded up. Probably what's gonna happen then is we'll fill it with passengers, and drop them off by this dome here. These are all because of the dust storm. No oxygen being produced. We do have a fair amount stored. Hopefully enough. Looks like it's going to be fine here. We are going to have to build some extra storage over here for the new dome. Because if there's a split or anything, you want it to be close by. Plus, I usually feel comfortable having one water tower and one oxygen tank per dome. Rolling everything. Still have no money. Europe's offering science for polymers. Like, well, can I offer you science for some polymers? Because I could really use some polymers. They might be able to walk from one to the other, but I don't think so. I think they'll die on the way. Oh, there's an anomaly down there. Not a very exciting one, but it'll have to do. No, can't auto transporters yet. I'd love it, because then, yeah, we wouldn't have to worry about running out of metal here. Alright, dust storm is over. Things are recovering. That's broken for now, which is fine. I'm going to leave it on low priority. The water extractor is a little more important, although you're working fine now. Power's recharging. This and this. So,
it's whiskey and chocolate.
well, yeah, I'm not going to put the small electronics factory here, because they don't have the rares. I may want a polymer for now, though.
Breakthrough discovered.
Yeah, you'll use up fuel, which would otherwise go to the ship. And use up some of our people here, but I think we're going to do that. I'm going to turn off one of the research labs. I'll have people working here instead. I think we need that. A whiskey and chocolate come in. And this is the big difference between the sponsors. It's all, the difficulty is only the start. After you're established, all the sponsors feel about the same difficulty. Please, the mostly opaque white dome skin for the solar panel. It'd be funny. But we can't see inside! Alright, we'll use it for a little while. There you go. This is the best solar power dome right here. Yeah, we don't have machine parts. And you need fuel, which we don't produce enough of. Oh, and this needs maintenance because we don't have machine parts. Yeah, and we can't get machine parts. This... We needed to do this, you guys. You see what I mean? This is the same thing that happened last week when you played. Why do I listen to Twitch chat in this game? You guys don't know what the fuck you're doing. You guys have no idea. You're maniacs! We have to start with the rares. Unless you start with a ton of money, but you don't. This map is going to be fine. Same thing happened last week. We were going for a particular achievement. Hang on, come back. And it was rough, but we just moved. I used the same map after I ended the stream last week. Exact same map, just started somewhere else. And then it was fine. So we'll still land here, because that's okay. It's going to be more like this. And then drone hub. Just going to make sure it's just within range of here, but it's going to be more centered up that way. This should be okay. Does restarting from that point keep the same sponsor? Yeah, everything is exactly the same. Including... It re-randomized our research! Oh, that's huge! Everything about the map is the same. But having access to being able to build more fuel refineries and polymer factories without sending them, oh, that's immense. And that's supposed to be an early tech. That's like the earliest manufacturing one. Electronics and machine parts come later, but the polymer / fuel factory comes early. Oh, that's going to be so much better. We need no cable connection. Tell me there is one? Is this going to be next to this thing? I guess it'll tell me that later. Okay. We could save the Stirling generator to put it inside inside a dome. Maybe we'll do that. We'll just go solar panels early, because all they need is metal. Although, speaking of, right, until we scan a deposit, we had like no metal, right? Because there's no metal in our starting zone, and we can't see the metal here until it gets scanned. Still want to sort of scan in this direction. So we'll I'm still gonna call this, what was it, the rocket to heaven? I don't know, something like that. Heaven. Hold on, I kind of want to leave it. Heaven is where our people, our religious people, go when they die. They go to Heaven. It's next door to heaven.
Are low.
It's nice, it's a lot quieter, cheaper rent, good schools. Heave B! Oh, that's right, it was. The other starting zone had metal. That's right. We had a little bit on the ground over here somewhere just to grab. Hold on. Actually, one more try. There. Deliver onto me some resources. Oh, we were just checkmated because we built our first dome here and we didn't have access to rare metals, which isn't a problem if you start with someone rich, but we don't start as someone rich. It's weird because to me, thematically, it's almost like the Ark should be all like, no, we'll just go, we'll plant some food, everything will be fine. But they're like, more than anyone is... Oh, the events got shuffled too. Message on screen's dark, only vague silhouette of bald man can be seen. The man speaks with a modulated voice. Commander, we have an offer for you. Recently, our organization run severe problems with a more delicate project. I want you to take care of it. All in all, the mysterious man wants you to shelter a number of clone applicants in your project. No questions asked, no answers given. I wonder if they'll be religious. Whatever, I'm going to say yes. Because of the money. We hadn't died yet, but it was going to be like a slow descent. Unless there was going to be some crazy events. But it was going to be just a very slow crawl to, like, stupidity. So, we just have to wait for some metal to get delivered over here. Actually, what I'm going to do is get you to deliver now. Just to speed things along, please. There you go. Now you can go back to your automatic. Grab like that, and then go over here. Get a little power. And it doesn't matter if it only runs half the day. Like, you don't even care about batteries early on. We may not get a second rocket for free this time. That is true. I don't even know if I want to do that. Our machine parts are so precious early on.
Sector scanned.
I can go there and build that. There we go. Rare metals over there. Oh, scanning a little. Why did it scan there? Oh, it must have been a sector that got auto-picked for scanning, and I didn't realize it was actually in the queue. Otherwise, I would have canceled it earlier. Like Space Mormons? Pretty much, yeah! This is basically, it's like the end of the Oregon Trail. It's the Martian Trail. Has there been any proper game like that? There's a few I can think of that would kind of vibe that way, but...
Sector scanned.
What am I thinking of? Oh, sector scan right there. Hey, there's some metal within range of our drone hub that we just found out because we scanned the sector. Hooray, hurrah. There you go. And if all this stuff only runs during the day, it's kind of not a problem for me. What I'm going to do is plan something like this. We can hold off on that one for now. A little water, and then... Well, I'll probably want to do the fuel refining store. Maybe I'll just do it centered here. It's going to be okay. Okay, we need to get some fuel production going. Stupid dust devils. And there we go. Okay, this has been scanned. So now, plan for the first dome. Here, which means it doesn't get that that Vista unless we get another drone commander. But we're just gonna have to eat it. We don't need the Vista. We're gonna have plenty of babies. Our people are gonna be fruitful and multiply. Okay. So outside of the dome, so we're gonna want a few things. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm gonna make sure that it has a water tower, an oxygen tank, and a couple of batteries right outside. Boom, boom, boom. Do wind turbines. Do that. I just like to use the large ones and use some solar panels in between. I think it looks neat and nicely balanced. Yeah. What we'll probably do is I'll probably have the Moxie just somewhere else, like, I don't know, maybe here. And I'm gonna have an oxygen tank next to it. Russia scan first anomaly. It's fine. And the Stirling engines I'm gonna put inside the dome, so it's not affected by dust storms. Someone came up with that idea. I was like, oh yeah, that's smart. Let's do that. Let's cancel that. You don't have power, because yeah, we don't have power in general, which is fine. These things are up and running now. It's not brilliant, not huge, but it'll do. And yeah, we'll have to get a few more solar panels just to charge up more. Although once we get the Stirling generator inside, we're going to be in pretty good shape. I'm just scanning areas with fairly high percentage boost from our sensor towers, you know, wherever. Done, done, done. You are slowly starting to fuel up, which is nice. Low G hydrosynthesis. Yeah, we don't actually have any research going on right now. That's okay. One of the things, if you start with more money, usually like you do outsourcing right away. One round of outsourcing is usually pretty safe and gives you a huge starting boost, but I think we are still fairly tight. Once we get the rare metals extraction going on, I'll feel pretty comfortable doing one round of outsourcing. We'll see. Yeah, this is slowly coming.
Anomaly found.
More anomalies. Yeah, mostly I'm eager to send this one up and bring back a load of just whatever. That's one of the nice things with the passenger arc is we can, our first rocket can just be resources. And we can just use a passenger arc to keep things going along. I guess I will build the water extractor now. Hell, I might be able to on this one. It's gonna, and that's why we won't have to import any moisture evaporators for a little while. Because they're expensive. Is it always possible to build outside structure? Yeah, no, I think from the start you could build solar panels inside domes. I haven't done the Stirling generator before, but yeah, that is going to happen. So we want that, and afterwards we'll probably just queue up this, just so there's not any research. We'll see. You need to grab more metal, my friend, because we ain't got none. I mean, this is within range of the drones, but let's do this to speed things along. Also, the other thing I need to do outside this dome is have a universal depot, and we want like lots and food. Please and thank you. There you go. Collect all this metal. I mean, the drones would be able to do it, but this is much faster. We could put a fuel stockpile down here. It doesn't matter right now. We don't need a fuel stockpile at this time, because things are going to be brought over here.
Great dust storm approaching.
Okay, I'm going to increase the percentage there, although I don't think it's going to matter, because they're not going to bring things over while it's being used by an actual thing. Yes, dust storm. But we don't have anyone here. So our first delivery of people is going to come really after this dust storm. We even have enough polymers to get this started. I guess that makes sense. But then we are out for other things. We're clearly going to have to ship some stuff. I think it'll work out okay. The dust storm will probably happen. This thing will be ready to be fueled afterwards. Sure.
Anomaly found.
More anomalies. Hate not starting with an exploration thing. God, the Church of New York is so rough. Can't believe that's what we RNG'd. Should've just played as Paradox. Thematically would have been pretty good. And yeah, these guys aren't actually having to produce, which means I could potentially just turn one of these off. I'll leave one on, but I'll turn you off so we don't have to worry about maintaining it. I mean, I built it, so maybe that was a little silly in the first place, but it'll be ready to go. We're going to need that on at some point. Yeah, you're waiting for metal, which should be getting delivered. Just a question of prioritization, I think. Resupply. Oh, suggest we order a resupply mission. Shush, I know we're low on things. It's going to be fine. Just fill this rocket up. In fact, if you can fill it up before 4 hours have gone by, that would be kind of nice. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen. What happened to Quill's head? I may have to send just a resupply pod. Well, we don't have anyone living here, so it's like we don't actually have to worry about our economy collapsing. No, so we're fine. God, I hate that we're getting beaten to all the milestones. Oops. The Church of New York and this place where we are, they're such slow starts. So like combining the two together is just brutal. Send a resupply pod with replacement head. Ah, we don't need that. Heads are overrated. This causes you to think. Thinking turns you away from God and you can never enter heaven. You want to go to heaven, but don't you? Doom, doom, doom. There we go. Pop that down because we can. I've done tons of sponsored stuff for Surviving the Aftermath, actually. Botlord. Although I haven't in a bit, and we definitely have to get back to it. There's been so many changes lately that look so exciting. And it's definitely going to be time. Alright, you're idle. But there's tons of metal over here, now that we've scanned this area. Do that, do that. So that's probably the first call in. Or launch a rocket. Well, we can't launch it because where we are, there's a fucking dust storm. Although, I suspect 12 hours we'll probably be able to get the launch milestone. The problem is we probably won't get the first people milestone. Which is a bit upsetting. Mostly because of the time in this dust storm. Completely redid. Yeah. In Surviving the Apocalypse, or the Aftermath. Different A word.
Anomaly found.
Similar meaning, but different word. 3, 2, 1, 0.
Milestone achieved.
Hey, milestone achieved. Excellent. These guys are complaining they're orphaned. Wait, you're malfunctioning. Why'd you malfunction? Oh, maybe you got hit by too much dust all of a sudden. That's possible. Researcher breakthrough. Mm-hmm.